Welcome to the Joy of Collecting. We are back catching up on some autographed baseballs that I've purchased over the last several months. These are all going to be Hall of Famers with the exception of one. And I will actually start with that. This is not a Hall of Famer. This is Harold Gordon, spelled Herald. Nickname was Bebop. And this was a player from the Negro Leagues. And I could not find a whole lot of his autographs out there. There were only a couple that I could find for sale, signed baseballs. I picked this up from an online estate auction based out of Canada. So I had bid on it, and then I saw where they said they couldn't ship to the United States because of tariffs. So I contacted them and asked them to rescind my bid if they couldn't ship to the U.S. So didn't take them long. They responded and said we can ship to the U.S. I guess that was something left over from a previous auction. So anyway, glad to add this to my collection. I am interested in collecting memorabilia and autographs of the Negro League players, many of which continued on into stardom in the MLB. But Harold Gordon was not one of those. But anyway, I'm excited to add this to my collection. All right, next we have another Negro League player that is most known for his time there, but he is in the Baseball Hall of Fame. And I already have a piece or two autographed by him. I have a Perez Steele postcard signed by him. It's just a really beautiful piece of artwork signed by him. He played in the Mexican League. Just played for several different teams. I actually have two signed baseballs by him. I picked this one up from Pristine Auction. Got a pretty good deal on it. It is JSA certified. And then this one in the case I picked up from an online estate auction. And right around the same time I was bidding on these, ended up getting them both, and that's okay. I don't mind that. I'll just have an extra. So glad to add that to my collection. So the next one I have for you is a new name for my collection. I didn't have anything signed by him until now. That's a really good, maybe just very slight toning. That's a really good looking baseball, and that is Frank Robinson, one of the all-time greats as a player, and then had a career as a manager and maybe an executive, a couple different organizations. I think he actually worked for MLB in some capacity for a while, but Frank Robinson. The next player is a manager, also in the Hall of Fame. And this is a new one for my collection. That is Tommy Lasorda. Most best known as manager of the Dodgers for many years. Tommy Lasorda on a Bud Selig ball. That is a very nice, clean baseball. Nice bright blue signature. And I'm excited to add that to my collection. All right, we'll move on to the next one. This also came from Pristine Auction, and it has the JSA certification. That is Hall of Famer Rick Farrell. Rick Farrell. And that is a new name for my collection. I know it's new for a ball. I may have a signed Perez Steele piece. Perez Steele artwork gallery piece signed by him? I feel like I do. I just can't say for certain. Now, the last one I have for you, it's another Hall of Famer, and I already had a signed baseball by this player, but this is an upgrade. The ball that I already had signed by him was it was like a China ball, like official league or something like that. Not the real good leather like these balls have. You see this got a little toning on it. Probably a nice thumbprint where somebody held it. But there's another there. But this is signed. You recognize that signature? This is one of the neater, and not necessarily neat, but as far as you would think of neatness, but interesting signatures. And that's Minnie Minoso. It's very artistic signature. Maybe I'm holding it upside down. No, it goes this way. Minnie Minoso. I think his name is actually Orestes Minoso, but he usually signs or goes by or has went by Minnie. So anyway, when I saw this was on an official Bobby Brown baseball and was able to pick it up for a good price, I thought it'd be a good time to upgrade from that China ball. So all right, that's what I've got for you today. Still pretty regularly adding to my Hall of Fame collection and getting those names checked off, and got pretty far behind on sharing or documenting. That's really what I'm doing here, documenting what I bought. So like to have a record of it, have it on video. So gotten a little far behind. Already made one video or two, and I think this will be the third one. I got one more to go to catch up on all the stuff that I've gotten lately. So but that's what I've got for you today. As always, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on The Joy of Collecting.